Now we are going to see too many cases. Before that, we need to see this. Sun is friend with Moon, Mars, Jupiter. Jupiter is teacher, Mars is general leader, and Moon is queen, Sun is king. So uh, Jupiter with teacher, Sun is good. For Venus, Saturn, Rahu, he is 100% villains because these are materialistic planets, and these they never learn perfection. Saturn, Venus. Venus is teacher of devils. Saturn is fighter. He can take anyone's side. And Rahu is selfish and materialistic. So these three planets are hated by Sun. And Mercury, Ketu are neutral for Sun. Means we are going to see different cases on which how which planet behaves in which house. Then there is Moon. Moon is friend with Sun and Mercury because brain is connected to Moon and soul. So mind is connected to soul and brain. So Moon behaves good with brain and soul, Sun and Mercury. And Moon have no enemy because taking villainship with Moon is means destroying your materialistic life. No one have that much guts and ability to sustain that pain to mess with Moon. Then neutral planets are remaining all. Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are neutral for Moon. For Mars, Sun, Moon, Jupiter are friend. Mercury, Bhakta Prahlad. I told you Bhakta Prahlad was Mercury and Hiranyakashipu was Mars. So Mercury is the only villain of Mars, and Venus, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are neutral with, means they can any side regarding considering Mars. Mercury, for Mercury, Sun and Venus. After sex, brain works good, and with soul energy also brain works good. So Sun and Venus are uh, friendly to Mercury, and enemy of um, Mercury are Moon, Ketu. Moon is that energy which gives order to brain. Mind gives order to brain. So Mercury hates Moon. And Ketu is that energy which extra knowledge. Extra knowledge can make Mercury exhausted. That's why Mercury hate uh, Ketu. He hate Mars also because in some literature Mercury and Mars are 100% villain. Then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu with neutral for Mercury. Then for Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Mars are friend. Same for Mars. Means Sun, Moon, Mars, and Jupiter have some good relation. They are not acting villain to each other. They are like leaders. So they always take leadership. Then Mercury, Venus, Rahu are villains of. Rahu is 100% rival of. Mercury is not that much villain with Jupiter. Mercury is neutral sometime. Here should be Mercury. The Venus and Rahu are 100% villain with Jupiter. Saturn, Ketu, Mercury are neutral with Jupiter. Then there is Venus. For Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Rahu are friendly because they are materialistic. Sun, Moon are bad because they think about soul. Sun, Moon thinks about soul, and Mercury, Saturn, Rahu thinks about body. So for Venus, body thinking peoples are good, and soul thinking peoples are bad, and neutral peoples are Mars, Jupiter, Ketu. Then there is Saturn. Saturn's friend are Mercury, Venus, Rahu. Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu are villains for Saturn. And Mercury, Jupiter means Saturn takes open rivalry with Mars, and Mars likes Saturn. He keeps him in neutral. Then Rahu, Venus, Saturn are villain. Sorry, friend. Sun, Moon, Mars are villain. Mercury, Jupiter, Ketu are neutral. Means we can see that Venus, Rahu, and Saturn are materialistic and completely friend to each other. Then there is Ketu. Ketu is extra spiritual. For him, friendly planets are Sun and Mars. Sun, Mars are both killer. Ketu is killer, so they have friendship. Venus, Saturn are materialistic, so Ketu hates them. Mercury, Jupiter, Moon, Rahu. Actually, Rahu is part of Ketu, so he cannot hate him. He keeps him in neutral. And Mercury, Jupiter, Moon are neutral for Ketu.